there is no coexisting anymore with these people. They want everything. They are taking everything, every single thing from us and giving it to people like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Mark Zuckerberg, Mark Andreessen, this billionaire class. It's a fucking smash and grab. It's been incremental over the last 40 years, kind of. This bill is a fucking smash and grab for everything that's left.
I'm crashing out like this, gentleman. This video spurred something out of me that's been pissing me off, just probably pissing us all off for like daily. And I'm not trying to be negative, but it's become such a bad deal for the working, normal, average Joe to where there's. I gotta calm down. Let me try to calm down with the coffee. I'm all about never make excuses, make your own way in life, make your own luck, never give up. And I still do. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop thinking that. And maybe it's because I've been unemployed for almost 3 years, for two years and change. After, I don't know how many, 150 applications, 300, I lost count. After all the favors I've asked, people don't have favors to give anymore. Like people don't have favors. People barely have businesses. People have lost businesses over 2020 and since then. And I was trying to think. I was going to make a video today, and I got a fun one coming up the pike. I'm still editing. I wanted to get this one out and just grab the coffee and vent. This gentleman here looks like Hawk's Podcasts. This is the video that popped up yesterday morning. He gave me some inspiration. So thank you, Hawk. I don't know if that's your name. I'm going to look into this more, and I'm going to attach the video for sure. Check this video out. It says we can no longer coexist with or survive alongside the billionaire elite.
But really going back to 1980, when we elected Ronald Reagan president and everything that's come after that, we, the bottom 95% of the population of the United States of America, we can no longer coexist with the billionaire class. They're in control of our government, them and AIPAC. And they have absolutely zero interest in our financial well-being, our educations, our physical health, whether or not we have places to live, homes, the cost of living, all of those things for us are contrary to the goals and desires of the billionaire class.
But we were never meant to coexist with the billionaires. We never, ever were. Anything we have, any building we have, any organization, any entertainment, anything at all is because the billionaire and the elite allow it. We are told what to do. We're given the illusion of choice.
Are we just going to organize and elect a bunch of Democrats and then that'll fix everything? They own the Democrats too. They and AIPAC, they own the Democratic Party as well. And it's like we are left to the whims of these people. As if they're like, both parties go and consult with them, and the billionaire class is like, I don't know, man, do we want them to have housing? And if they decide that it's okay, then they permit the politicians to do these things, if it's okay with them.
But I realized this years ago, and when I was still voting, I still saw this. People used to say, well, you voted for that. Oh, well, you didn't vote for that. Well, you voted. When has anyone ever gotten anything we voted for, even remotely close, ever? When have you ever been happy and you voted for president? Oh, man, we got everything. I'm set now. Just because I voted for that president, now I'm in easy street. Now I can drink the good coffee out of the Waffle House mug. I don't know about you, but never. Not once. I never even seen it. Massive change doesn't happen with voting. And it goes back to where I always used to, the biggest thing, even since my 20s, I used to say, man, well, you got two choices. If they really wanted the best person, you'd have about 6 or 8 choices, or at least 3 or 4. No, it's the illusion of freedom. All the technology we have, they can locate a mole on your fucking ass cheek from a vacation 6 years ago, from a Facebook picture, from a Facebook post. They can find that and match you up, or do some kind of identity thing. If you were found of some crazy crime, they would find you through some mole on your face from a Facebook post that you were probably drunk on in a picture. And they can't figure the voting out. They can't at least give us a better fake system. Like the way they have it set up, it's not even believable that it's legit. It's not even believable. As you dig, you will find out that our country isn't what you think it is, and it never was.
It is contrary to their interests for us to be able to thrive in this country anymore. It's borderline contrary to their interests for us to be able to survive in this country anymore.
It's all around you. And it used to be a better deal. See, people weren't complaining as much when Dad was working at Worthington, I'm flustered. Let me get some coffee. When Dad and Grandpa were working at Worthington in the steel mill, they're not, they're making great money. But then what was it at the expense of? It was at the expense of Dad and Grandpa's getting their ass beat working hard hours. Even if they worked 40, those were 40 hard hours. Bethlehem Steel, but at least they got something for it. The car was paid for, the house was paid for. Want to go on vacation? We went on vacation. The trade has gotten to where most of us are in poverty or in real tight spots that we've never been in before. This isn't complaining about the brand of caviar I'm eating. This is me, a smart, able 46-year-old male, even with, now I got a pacemaker. I'm on my 3rd pacemaker. I do have health restrictions, but I can't find a job in Buffalo here. And I'm trying, and no, it always stops at the callback, and it always stops at the, oh, well, you gotta, you can't just walk in anymore. Even if you do, they refer you to the website. Or here's the home office. Call that, and then they refer you to a website. We'll go online and hit this tab, and then fill. And I do, and I follow up, and I email, and then eventually I get the, oh, we're sorry, we're going to move forward without your, thank you for your application, but we decided to move forward in our quest for an employee for all these supermarkets. Like, this is the stuff, like, and for the longest time, I'm crashing out like this gentleman.
What do they think is going to happen when literally no one can buy a house anymore? When no one can afford rent anymore? When no one can afford to go to college anymore? When no one can afford food, clothing, shelter of any kind? When no one has access to healthcare anymore?
We have been so had that you can't. It's so hard to even for the human brain to even conceive how had we've been, and how fooled and misled we've been, and how misdirected. It's so deep. You just start to wake up and you realize, damn. It had, and if you think of it, the way that it was set up, how are you going to control a whole world of people? With money. How are you going to control the highest government officials? With money? And they're all actors. They're all in on it. These are all chess moves. These moves have been made. Some of these moves have been made centuries ago. Some of these things have been made definitely decades ago. These things are rolled out slowly over time. They're dealing with a whole different deck of cards that we don't even know exists. And we get glimpses. We think we know about the Illuminati. We think we know about Freemasonry. We think we know the families in charge, and we do, but it's so deep. It's a grand design. I don't even know what to say, but my point, I guess, of this video is this gentleman, he just hit a spot for me, and I appreciate him making this video, and you can see it in his eyes. The point that he's making, that I'm making here, taking a long time to get to, is it's just greed. It's complete greed. They are cash grabbing anything that's left, because I believe something major is happening. And I spoke about it in the Terrence McKenna video. And even when he spoke, there's an event we feel we're rushing to, but we don't know what it is. It could be multiple things. It could be financial. It could be some kind of earth event, some kind of destruction event, some kind of end of, I don't know. But we're heading towards something, and it's getting scary because I used to be pretty comfortable, even after I was divorced in 2018, and I was nervous then, and things were way different then. But still, but I was in a band that was playing a lot. I had a good day job, so I had a few different forms of income. I was still teaching guitar lessons a little bit. But once I realized I'm going to be okay, I relaxed a little bit, but now I'm selling guitars, and I'm running out of guitars to sell because I'll be damned if I sell. That's a tool. That's from my dad. And that's such a special story. That one and that one are from my dad. I'll never get rid of that. That was a gift from Sam, my best friend, one of my best friends, and my best man at my wedding. Probably the best man at my next wedding. I mean, I guess anything, I guess anything else is kind of for sale. That Les Paul's going to break my heart, but I got to have to sell it so I can. I'm behind on my water bill. I never even noticed when my water bill came out of my account before. Or I would notice it when I would look at my monthly statement. Oh, the water came out. Oh, the quarterly water came out. Oh, the user fee came out. Oh, it's a time of year. The ring, once a year ring charges you. I wouldn't feel these things. I wouldn't look at my account and say, what happened? What's like $300 came out? How come $100 came out? It was just a little like, oh, okay. Everything was on auto pay. Now I'm back to, I feel like I'm a 20-year-old. I feel like I'm 19 in my first apartment chasing bills again. Like robbing Peter to pay Paul. Only then I was buying guitar and gear I shouldn't have been buying. I was drinking and partying and spending money and wasting money on that. I'm not doing any of that now. I'm selling gear. I've been selling guitars and all kinds of stuff, But they're literally cash grabbing every last cent, every last business, I'm hoping you can add it to me. My point is, I just don't know where to even go anymore, what to even turn to. This has been nice therapy, but I'm always thinking too, what can I do on YouTube? What other thing can I do? Maybe I should be doing a guitar channel. It's tough to know how to spend your time. For me, I don't know how to spend my time without it feeling like a waste or without getting any money out of it again. Doing Uber, I was doing Uber for a while. I couldn't afford to do it. It was tearing my car apart. You're getting nothing. You're getting shit for it. Instacart I haven't done in months. But I do have gigs coming up. I got a show Saturday I'm playing. And where are we going with this? I don't know. And it's scary because sometimes you can kind of see like, oh, you can sort of see where things are going. I have no clue. And I agree with him. I would say in the last 40, 50 years, maybe since Reagan, it's gotten crazier and crazier. It's like the 80s was like the excess era, and it just never stopped. So this is really heavy on my heart. Let me know what you think. Those who aren't affected, I would just say as a warning, watch your spending. If there's a second job you could pick up that's not hard, that someone offers you, take it. Save as much as you can. And just try to, save your resources because I'm not sure what's going on. It's easy when things are rocking and rolling to just spend, but I can't even pay my damn bills. And it's crazy because I never had a problem getting a second or third or fourth job or getting in 2, 3, 4 bands. But recently, if you gave me a job right now and said you got to be there at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, gladly. But I'm always optimistic. Something's got to change. Thanks as always for hearing my rant. Please add your comments. Everyone in the last couple of videos, thank you so much for your comments. That's my favorite thing, is responding to comments and seeing different thoughts. And if this is something you want to be a part of, subscribe. I mean, things will get better, I'm sure. They got to, right? All right, hang in there. The next one will be a little more fun, I promise.
As a result of a conspiracy, but
you
because...
don't need a formal conspiracy.
Right.
When interests converge, these people went to the same universities and fraternities. They're on the same boards of directors. They're in the same country clubs. They have like interests. They don't need to call a meeting. They know what's good for them, and they're getting it. And there used to be 7 oil companies. There are now 3. It will soon be 2. The things that matter in this country have been reduced in choice. There are 2 political parties. There are a handful of insurance companies. There are about 6 or 7 information things. But if you want a bagel, there are 23 flavors because you have the illusion. You have the illusion of choice.
Right.
You don't get the real important choice. There's no freedom of choice.
That's a great point. Right. And speaking